All right, so um, me and my friends are planning to take a trip, uh, and we're going to play tech football all weekend. And our goal is to take the Eagles to the Super Bowl and win without having to reset at all. And prepping for that, playing a lot of Eagles um, playoff games, and I was struggling with the Redskins a little bit first round, and I did a lot of testing, and I found that picking pass two every time, at least unless they get to their goal line, um, but picking pass two every time and selecting a defensive back like Eric Allen, um, if they choose a Byner run, the team does a pretty good job at stopping both those runs on their own. And in fact, that run three with Clark, that end around there, Joyner just shuts that thing down on his own. Now, I'm recording this to see if I can replicate that and do it again and see if it works again, see if I can get a win. So this is a test, and we're going to see how it goes. Derek Allen. He's got to do his job, of course. Okay, so I can either go help out, stop the run if they run, or I can go out and pass protect. Again, I'm choosing pass two. Shut this down again, hopefully. Oh, he got it. Damn it. And probably I'm gonna still pick pass. I picked pass two again, but if they get closer, I'll probably start choosing Byner runs. Alright, he's running the same play over and over. Oh my God. Well, already going different this time around. We'll see how it pans out. Should have gone out of bounds there. Took an unnecessary risk. I didn't need that first down, but I got lucky. See how Tony's feeling. That's not good. Again, I should have got out of bounds because I'm noticing that I'm getting a lot of fumbles and interceptions. So, keep in mind this is like probably my fifth game I've been playing. Not always against the Redskins, but mostly the Redskins, and I've been throwing a lot of interceptions and I've been getting a lot of fumbles. Now, a lot of that has to do with the conditions of my players, but right now I've got QB Eagles on average. Tony's on excellent. And, yep, he's still on excellent. Byers, Sherman average. I put quick in because on excellent he's kind of a badass. Look at those numbers. And like he's only at 31 max speed when he's on average. So or bad even. So, and then good. My best player, Keith Jackson, is feeling good and healthy. Drummond, I found that Drummond and Tony are pretty damn good punt returners. Switch, I rotate those guys, either one. Who's ever feeling the best, I put them at running back one because I seem to like to. They seem to be faster than Byers, and Byers catches the ball better than anybody else, so I keep him in if I can, if he's doing well. Okay. Let's see how pass one does. Oh. Yeah, he's QB Eagles is on average right now, so he's a hit and miss. Like he's last game I played, the shotgun play, the guy was wide open. Keith Jackson was wide open. He just throws out of bounds. So, got in there. Try the Tony sweep one more time here. Oh, almost. Now, another thing I noticed that if you get eagles down into this area, within 20 yards, you can pick, of course, we all love to scramble with Cunningham, so I noticed that if you don't want to go shotgun and get too far back, you can pick this pass 3, and it usually lets you run in every time, provided that you didn't call the play, of course. Usually that's a freebie. The last 5 times I've done it, it's worked. So as long as they don't call it, I'm getting in. So the offense pretty much takes care of itself. Of course, there's crazy Tecmo shit, fumbles, hopefully evenly distributed, but you can never count on that. But so it comes down to the defense, and if I can just stop Rypien with picking this pass 2, I'm still gonna try this. Oh, Joyner didn't stop it that time, but we kept it pretty contained. He missed that. He usually shuts it down right at the beginning before that handoff takes place. And that could depend on his health. So, and I noticed that, like, I have this saved spot here, and so I went back to week 17, my save at week 17, and noticed the player health are the same as what it was after I won. So it's kind of interesting. Those are other variables that could change the outcome. Okay, pass 2. Okay, see how they stack. Okay, I called it that time, so that was pass 2. So, but they will also. I found last game was that they sacked them even though I didn't call the play, but I picked pass 2 and they ran something different. They still were getting sacked, so that could very well be because of the health of the team. So that time Joyner missed it again, but I shut it down. So there's nice little contingency plans in place. So if had they run Byers, I would have been able to help stop Byers, come all the way down and help stop Byers. If they run. So, and then if they pass, of course, I go out and try to shut down the pass. Okay, so it looks like it worked that time on that drive. And this will be a test, so I'm gonna just do that the entire time and make adjustments if they get towards there. Oh, I didn't get out of bounds. Yep, there's my fumble. That was predictable. That happens sometimes. I'm down to get one fumble. I mean, that could be different. It's just you can't really predict those, but in playoffs, it's almost kind of a given that Tecmo loves to get crazy. So, all right, now that I'm in there, and now that we're on my side of the field, I might just vary my play calls now. And if they get real close, I'll be choosing Byner runs. But I'm going to go ahead and pick pass 2 again to see if we can still contain those runs on this side of the field. I notice he goes. I notice Eric Allen makes that adjustment on. I can't remember which play this is. So he moves down there, and it takes him out of that. He has to run back. So I didn't contain that pass very well, but it would have been okay had we been on the other side of the field. But now that we're close, every yard counts. So I'm going to choose Byner up the middle. I might even just choose Byner sweep since it's easier to stop him up the middle. Let's see. I'm going to be Reggie. I don't have a good track record against the Redskins being Reggie. I stopped the Byner runs up the middle, but I missed that one, and I sometimes miss. I don't call the Byner sweep. I missed that one too. So I often don't stop him like I so often do other teams right on the goal. Nope. Oh my God. Oh, thank goodness. Alright. See, now I've got to play very cautiously and get out of bounds. No, it worked that time. Lately, I love hitting him there, but lately that has not been reliable. But I'm glad it worked that time. I saw that he was open, so I took the chance. All right, just to keep Tecmo honest, I'm gonna run Tony, my favorite run play, run 2. Turn him there. Oh no, I missed that. I got a decent 5-yard run though. Change up throw him off a little bit. At least that's the goal. Yep, got it for that catch. Konami lets us squeeze those in sometimes. Yeah. So far so good as planned. Offense taking care of itself. And the main focus being stopping their offense for Eagles defense. So we're assuming that their offense Eagles offense can take care of itself. And so our big concern is, can I continue to stop every drive by calling pass 2? All right, nice kick. Notice when I get a full kick, sometimes it gets all powered up. So my kicker does. All right, get the ball. But really it hasn't been a success so far since I only stopped one drive, and they've actually drove on me twice and scored. So let's just continue to see how well it does, and hopefully I can get this touchdown on this drive. Throw it out of bounds, good. Alright, see if I can work the swerving. Nope, damn it. Alright, I'd like to just run Tony in just to see, but my safe bet would be choosing either pass 2 or pass 3 and running it in. But I'm feeling a little risky, so I'm going to take this risk here. Oh, I should have had that. I'm going to go ahead and scramble it in. Hopefully they don't call my play. Alright, I'm down to, man, I stopped this drive. Keep my lead. Okay, pass 2. There, got one. Oops. Oh, he caught it. Damn it. Boy. You know. So they're changing up their, their play pattern and play calling this time around, and so it just goes to show how when variables change, the computer adapts as well. So maybe I'm not on something, or maybe I am a little. Maybe I'm just increasing my odds of winning. And that's probably at best all we can hope for, because of how unpredictable the game is. Like, I kind of can't really take credit for that, but we might be able to say that calling pass 2 was a good choice in that case. Still pass 2. Same play. Oh wow. No way. Anybody who's played a lot of Tecmo knows that the computer can have a tendency to, it does like to run the same play. Like if you notice it's running that same play, you catch it doing it twice. Sometimes you can predict it'll run it a third time. Sometimes it doesn't, but it's interesting how often it does. If they ran it twice in a row, it'll often mean that another one's coming. So right here, I'm going to continue to pick pass 2. I was able to, they stopped that run pretty well. And I didn't even pick a run, and they got 2 yards, so that's good. Okay. I'm just going to call pass 2 again, and if they get closer, I'll start adapting to a different strategy. Clearly, it didn't work. It didn't keep them contained to the other side of the field. So, oh, there's that play. Get him. Yep. Who was that? That must have been Reggie or somebody. Joyner must not be feeling good. All right. If it's working, why change it up now? Don't fix it if it's not broken. So we'll pick path 2 again. So while the team stops it. Okay. Can I stop that run? Nope. And before, if I'm doing better, I can stop that run up top. And was able to do it in the last game, but not this game. I don't seem to be able to keep them contained with that strategy. So this test is not going as predicted. Oh, interception? Nope. Thought I was going to let go an interception there. Okay, I gotta be a little safer now. Tecmo gave me a break on that one. Still throwing out of bounds, good. You know, if he's throwing him out of bounds when he's not feeling that well. Let's see, let's check our players here. Still average. Tony's still good. Byner is on excellent. Looks like Tony went down from excellent to good. Sherman's now average. He was, I think he might have been started out on average. These other guys, though, on the right, they are in bad condition. But we can check to make sure. He's good. Let's see how Barnett's doing. Where is he? Huh. Where's Barnett? There he is. I don't know what I'm thinking. Yep, he's still bad. He's been bad for several games in a row now. I'm gonna try to see if I can't get him a few catches and get him up. That's what I do with Jackson as well. He seems to still make some key plays even when he's in bad condition. And as long as I'm not running him too hard or battling out, trying to win too many grapples, you can kind of play it safe with him. But he's still good. That's always good. Okay. Oh, couldn't get out. Dang it. Let's keep him honest and Tony. Yeah, they're gonna give it to him. It's just both of us are scoring each time, each drive. We've only stopped in one drive. So I can stop in this drive. And even though the scheme did not stop him as good as well as it did last time, to get the W, we could maybe say, I don't know if we can attribute it to this play scheme, but for the purposes of this test, I'm going to keep doing it and see if perhaps it works on a different play pattern, pattern of plays that they may call. And then we can say it does a pretty good job with play patterns, but not all. I just got lucky and happened to pick the play that time. That play they ran past 2, and I picked it. See if I can shut down a run or something else. Let's shut this down. Yep, okay. Pass 2. Get him. Yeah. And Ruben's going to punt. Right, so it worked that time. In the last game, it worked every time except for one. And they scored. I won. It ended up being the last game in this is week 17. And I pulled out 21-9. And that's because they got a safety on me when I was too close to our goal line, and I ran the shotgun. It worked well against other teams, but not this team. And I don't think it worked well against the Giants or 49ers either. So let's see if we can get this W. Yeah, didn't get out of bounds there. Good thing Keith Jackson is doing okay. Didn't fumble. He's got good ball control. I think that was him anyway. Let's try shotgun. Ooh. God. That could have just as easily been an interception right there. And last game, it probably would have been. I'm going to try Tony Sweet. Burn him. Yep. If I burn him, I can get a few yards on that against the Redskins. Provided I could get that first juke down. And I try not ever to run twice in a row this late in the season, or in postseason for that matter. I'm going to try pass 1 there. Sometimes I don't like ever starting with a first down with pass 1, but because I used to think that it never worked to start with for pass 1, but recent experiences proved otherwise. That sometimes you can open up with pass 1. But I'm still a little wary to do that. Oh, horrible. Yeah, just got lucky. Just got lucky there. So what can we do to minimize the likelihood of fumbling or throwing interception here? My gut tells me that the safe bet is pass 3, and so long as they don't call the play, it'll let me run it in or at least get a few yards. Yep. Well, it's hard to take credit. That was sheer luck. But to say safely that the plan worked on solid on 2 drives, which is good. It may be accomplishing what it's intending to accomplish if the objective is to merely increase my odds of shutting down that defense and winning the game. I think at best that's as best we could say that's we can't say it's 100% reliable because it is contingent on the play scheme they run. If they run that a bunch of those pass ones in a row like they've been doing, or or it's pass 3 a couple of those times they look similar, and I might have made a mistake by saying they were running the same play over and over again. It just might have looked the same to me. I didn't really pay close attention to the formation, but I'm gonna still stick with pass 2 here, see what happens. Because it's hard to predict the Redskins formation. Yeah, you can't really, actually. I think there's one of them might be that you can see. One formation might be one that you can tell what it is, but I don't think so. It looks the same. That was a relatively not a huge play, but that was a pretty big play. Still was able to contain it. They do that again. Should be able to get solid pass protection here. Okay, let's see if I can shut this down. Oh, they missed it. Damn it. And then the blocker got me. Well, it didn't work that drive either. It's only worked 2 out of the 4 drives, or even 5 drives. I'm not sure which. Oh wow, they almost got that. Let's see if we can hit Keith Jackson long. I think it actually might be Byner. I'm sorry, Byers. There he goes. Oh, cut it off. Oh, he missed it. Well, we got the W. Yeah, I've already kind of broken down what we can safely say. I got the win, sure. How well did the team do? Well, it got me a pretty decent win, not by that many points. So I guess it's probably not going to work every time. But I guess that's the test, and you have your results, so it's interpret it with caution.